Hey everybody, it's Captain Keith here with MarineMax. 2018 has been a great year, and I just want to take the time to personally thank you for watching these boating tip videos. We've got a lot of great feedback. So here are your top 3 boating tips for 2018. Check them out. Today we're going to demonstrate anchoring a boat when you go to the beach. We've had quite a few questions on that. It's going to require 2 anchors. So we'll have to set our bow anchor, then we're going to back up towards the beach, and then we'll get our stern anchor out, and we'll show you what we're going to do with that. So first of all, we've got to get the bow anchor out. This Boston Whaler's got a windlass. So the first thing we have to do is release the cable on here, holding it on here. And then I've got a remote control that I can drop the anchor from right here, so I can hit the down button and down she goes. So there goes the end of the chain. Now we're into the anchor rod, the rope. Now what I'm gonna have to do, since I'm here by myself, other than my trusty cameraman, is step back to the helm and put this boat in reverse and start backing up towards the beach. Okay, so now we've moved back to the helm, and I've got control of the windlass right here. So I can hit the down button and just keep slowly backing up towards the beach. Now when I get back here shallower, I'm going to want to trim up my engines so that they're not getting into the sand. So you just get your trim button here on the side, and you'll start trimming those up, and we'll just continue backing up, and then boom, there you just felt that plow anchor set. You're going to feel it grab. Like I said in the other videos before about anchoring, you need to set that anchor. So once it kind of grabs, give it a little bit of a pull to dig that anchor into the sand and into the ground, so then it's going to hold you there. So now we've backed the boat up close to the beach. I'm going to take the line, tie it off to the cleat here, then I'm just going to take my stern anchor, and right now I'm just going to toss it up towards the shore. All right, so now I just gave the anchor a little toss out. I've got the end of the anchor line tied off to the boat here, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump in. Now I've got the boat, so I can pull this up even further. So as I'm going by, I'm just going to grab the anchor, just pulling the boat back, walk this on up towards the beach. Set it in there, and there you have it. All right, so now it's time to leave. So all you need to do is you're going to walk over, just pick your anchor up out of the sand, knock the sand off of it, and then as we're going back to the boat, just kind of, you become the anchor. Just kind of pull back on it, and just keep pulling, and it's going to hold it tight, which is going to take you right to the boat. And if you notice, I tied the line off on the cleat that's right next to the ladder, which is going to make it easy walking back out here and hopping right on the boat. You notice I had the line tied to the cleat next to the anchor. Also, if you look at the engines, I've got them turned away from the ladder, so it's going to make it easier for people, you know, climbing in and out of the boat as well. So if you guys got any questions, contact your local MarineMax store or check us out online at MarineMax.com. So we just left the MarineMax St. Petersburg store, and we're heading out. We're leaving. So as we're going out, the reds are going to be on my left, the greens will be on my right. That was numbers 7 and 8. You're going to have numbers 5 and 6 coming up here as we come along. So as they drop down, they're descending order. When we get out to numbers 1 and 2, we're at the end of the channel. So at that point, we're going to be to the Intercoastal Waterway, which you can see right here on the chart plotter as well. At that point, we've got to make a decision to turn left or right. And just kind of reviewing what we did on the channel marker videos before, when you're in the Intercoastal Waterway, there's going to be a yellow triangle or a yellow square on your channel markers. The yellow triangles are going to be on the red channel markers. They're going to be on the land side. So as we come out of here and we head south down the Intercoastal, the red markers are going to be on my left. If we were to go north, they'd be on my right because that's where the land is. The Gulf's out to the outside. So as we just came out of the channel leaving the store, we made our way out to the Intercoastal Waterway, and we just passed the resume normal safe operation signs. So there's one on my port side, one on my starboard side. You got to imagine that there's an imaginary line or a finish line across those. At that point, once you cross that line, then we're allowed to go ahead and get up on plane. Whether it's resume normal safe operation, sometimes it'll tell you it's 25 miles an hour. Other places it might be 30 miles per hour. You have to read what the laws or the regulations are for that particular area you're in. So let's go ahead and power on up. All right, so now we just got the boat up on plane. We're running along. We're running right now 27 knots, and we're in the Intercoastal Waterway. So we get up to these channel markers. You're going to see over here on the right, marker number 31. It'll have that yellow square on the top of it. And it shows me also on your chart plotter the number of the channel marker that you're going to be coming up on. Here's my boat. Here's the Intercoastal Waterway. And there's my course over ground vector. Okay, so here we're coming up behind a sailboat. Sailboats, first of all, always have the right-of-way, but also we're going to pass this boat. So we got a boat passing me. At this point, he's going along. He's going to pass him on the port side. You can actually pass on the port or starboard, either starboard side, either way. You just want to kind of look and see and make sure where your deepest water is to go around them. The boat in front of us is what's called the stand-on vessel. It means he has the right-of-way, even if it's a power boat. He does not have to get out of my way. I have to make a safe passage around them. So here we go. We'll just go around this way. Be discussing the proper and safe way to plug and unplug your boat from shore power. Also, we're going to get the generator running and go to the main distribution panel and show you how to switch between the two. Now we've stepped aboard the boat and we're in the salon of this 400 Dancer. A really cool benefit and feature about this boat is you're not wasting cabinet space or anything like the main distribution panel, your shore power panel. It's located behind these seat cushions. So they raise right up. You got easy access to everything. This side over here, the red switches, obviously is your 12-volt DC power stuff. The main distribution over here is my 240 volt and my 120 volt AC systems. This is the stuff coming in off that shore power pan, off the shore power cord we've got plugged in outside. You can see right here, the breaker is in the up position, and I've got voltage coming in the boat. These are my individual circuit breakers, so I can pick and choose the individual items that I want to have on. Okay, so at this point we're still on the slip, and we've got the main distribution panel and everything still set up here on shore power. We're getting ready to leave, so I want to get my generator going. The first thing you need to do is turn on your bilge blower and let that run for at least 4 minutes before we start anything up down there in the engine room. So my blower's been running now for a while. I'm going to start the generator up. In this particular method, we're going to push and release the mode button. It says Gen Start. I push and release the start button. It's sending the start message to the generator. Once you started, you probably aren't going to hear it, but you can feel it a little bit. Just the insulation in this boat, it's a beautiful thing about this, is just so quiet. Now once she's running, we do want to step out back and check the water flow to make sure she's pumping good water. All right, so once we've confirmed that the seawater pump's pumping water up at the generator, we've got a good flow of water coming out, we're going to go step back inside to the main panel. So the generator's running and we've confirmed that the cooling water is circulating through good. We're going to step back over here to the main distribution side on the AC side. We're going to take the load off of the system. So you're going to go through and flip off all of these switches, the independent switches. We're going to go to this main breaker bar. You see, I can't get access to my generator power while the shore power is still on. So I flip this down. There goes my voltage down to 0. Slide a little slider bar over, flip this up, and here comes my voltage back into the boat. Now it's coming from the generator. At this point, I can go back over here to this side and turn on the items that I want to have on. My air conditioner pumps, my air conditioners, my battery chargers, my refrigerator, whatever it is you want to have on. The next step is going to be to go outside and disconnect the shore power cord itself. Okay, we stepped out to the shore power pedestal. We're going to disconnect now. You want to make sure you flip this breaker off. So that goes down, give it a little twist to the left and let her slide out. Okay, the final step in this whole process is putting your shore power cord away. This particular model has a cable master in it, which is going to keep the ends dry and corrosion free. So, just got a toggle switch right here. Okay, so you want to keep the ends of your shore power cord dry and corrosion free. So make sure that you put it back inside the boat, or in this case, the option on this boat, the great feature on this boat, is it's got a cable master. So all I have to do is hit the little switch here, and the cord's going to retract for me and go inside the drum. Okay, so we've returned from our trip. Now we're just going to reverse the process. So the boat's in a slip. We'll take our shore power cord up to the shore power panel. We're going to plug it in because that breaker's still off. Just assure that it's still off. Plug the cord in, flip the breaker up. Then we're going to climb back aboard the boat and check, make sure that little green light came on above the big breaker bar. If you've got any questions about shore power or the main distribution panel, you can always just check with your local MarineMax store in your neighborhood, or you can always find us online at MarineMax.com. All right, so those were the top videos for 2018. Let us know what you want to see for 2019. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you out on the water.